In this video, I ask the question, where do you turn to for hope? I challenge the false narratives of the mainstream media that are denying people hope, and I also explain where hope truly is to be found. Do you ever worry about whether the mainstream media are filtering out what's happening and only telling you what they want you to hear? Well, over the weekend of 25 and 26 September 2020, thousands of people walked through America's capital city of Washington, D.C. They were praying as they went, and eventually they stopped at the Abraham Lincoln Memorial. This was not a party political rally. Rather, it was dedicated as a holy and solemn assembling together of people concerned about America's plight and the world. It was a day of prayer and specifically of repentance and seeking God's forgiveness. It was also on the eve of the holiest day in the Jewish faith, the Day of Atonement or Yom Kippur. But despite this huge and newsworthy event, I doubt you heard about it. And that is because the British and Western media censor what they decide you should hear. However, my talk isn't about freedom of speech or fair and balanced reporting or the lack of integrity in the UK's BBC. No, I'm raising the question, where do you turn to for hope? The prayer rallies in the US and across the world were focused on bringing the light of hope to a world that is becoming even darker. Fear grips hearts and minds, governments appear powerless. To their shame, leaders of the Christian church are silent. They have no words of hope to give, but there is hope. 2,000 years ago, a young Jewish teacher, a skilled building craftsman, inspired people and brought hope. But his radical words and radical message of love brought jealousy and hatred from the elites who controlled things. They executed him in the most barbaric manner, mercilessly flogged and then nailed through his hands and feet to a wooden cross. Extraordinarily, his followers claimed he came back from the dead. They shared his good news with everyone. They were ridiculed and persecuted and even willing to die for their claims. Many did. It's estimated that over 70 million Christians have been persecuted since then, and today Christians are the most persecuted people on our planet. 90,000 Christians are murdered every year, one every 6 minutes. Why would you be willing to die for someone who you say came from death, even when the powers that be demand you change your story, or they will cancel you, they'll cancel your right to speak, even your right to life? It's because Jesus of Nazareth not only promised a wonderful future to everyone who puts their trust in him, they find he actually is hope. Jesus brings hope. Where do you turn for hope?